Good morrow, my lovely little ghosts, and welcome to the Dark Orchard. I'm Laura, and happy Birthmas! As I said in my intro, this is the Birthmas. To be more specific, we're celebrating Andy Biersack's 31st birthday. As a fellow 1990 baby, I also love the Bengals, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Bengals-inspired treat for the Birthmas. This actually wasn't the video that I had planned or even filmed for the Birthmas this year. Originally, sometime last year, possibly right after I filmed last year's Birthmas video, I made the decision to write down in my notes what I wanted to do for this year's. My decision, however, was just to write Andy Magazine Birthmas. That's it, that's all I wrote. So, I have no idea what I meant. Most likely I meant to either recreate Andy magazine covers or talk about Andy magazine covers or do makeup inspired by, but I don't remember, and I'm not really inspired right now, so instead I'm going to be doing a Bengals themed video for the second year in a row. But this year it's going to be a treat instead of a makeup look. Because I've been doing makeup looks, we're going to take a small break, but if you're here for makeup, the Lonnie birthday video is coming up and it is a makeup video. But for this Birthmas, I'm going to be showing you how to make Bengal Blossoms, which are a peanut butter cookie treat. So without further delay, let's get started. Let's transition into how to make a Bengal Blossom. So this is how we make the Bengals Blossoms. Large bowl. First ingredient is an entire stick of butter. Softened. I didn't set it out to soften, so it's not soft, it's kind of melty because I stuck it in the microwave. Then packed brown sugar. A half cup of packed brown sugar. I didn't realize I had so many measuring cups until I was looking for things to set all this up. While we're on the sugar train, let's also do our 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. 1.5 cups of flour. If you need to tell yourself that I sifted this, go right ahead. And then 1/2 cup of peanut butter. I didn't actually measure this out, but it looks like I did because I put it in a measuring cup. I just kind of eyeballed it. And the reason we're doing peanut butter cookies, which by the way, that's what this is in case I forgot to say in the intro. I don't remember if I did or not. But the reason we're doing peanut butter is because Andy likes peanut butter. This is not a vegan recipe, but it can easily be a vegan recipe. For example, the egg that I've yet to pull out of the fridge can be substituted for applesauce. I don't know what butter could be substituted for, but there's something. I'm sure there's something. Vegan butter. Peanut butter is sticky. I give up. Okay, that's enough peanut butter. So you need 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. So in my brain, that's literally just measuring out 1/2 teaspoon. And then 3/4 of baking soda, which is almost the whole thing of baking soda. Or the whole spoon of baking soda. And then the final ingredient, the egg. Yeah. That was not the final ingredient. I lied. There are 3 more ingredients. 1 technically, but 2 more because I'm a little extra with these cookies. So I'm going to add in a couple of semi-sweet morsels. Into the batter. Then a little splash of vanilla extract. And then these I'm kind of going to add as I go, but I'm going to make the peanut butter batter orange. So I'm going to add red and yellow food dye to make an orange dye cookie. To make an orange cookie. I'm just going to put a little dot of red. And a tiny bit more yellow than I did red. But the peanut butter color is also going to make a difference, so I need to really mix it before I decide exactly how much I put in here to get it to an orange color. and then you blend it. Okay, I can see that it's not quite orange enough yet, so I'm going to add a little bit more red to the mixture. When the batter starts sticking to the beaters, that's when it's ready. At least that's what my grandma always said. I used to make these all the time and my grandpa loved them. That may have just been her trying to get me to stop using her beater because I was running the motor out, but in my brain that just means that it's ready. Alrighty, so now that we have our lovely Bengal reddish orange dough, that's the word for it, dough, I'm going to get a spoonful of it and plop it down right into my muffin pans. And then you want to flatten them down into the muffin pan, so make sure that your muffin pan is greased. And important to note, when they come out of the oven, you're going to want to take the back of a spoon and make a divot in them because we're going to add some goodies on top. But for now, we're just trying to get them to bake. And if you were making these for a party specifically, you could make like mini versions with like the mini cupcake pans. But this recipe will make about 12 large if you're making them this way. If you're making them any other way, it'll make like 36 cookies. Like if you're just rolling them into balls and putting them on a cookie sheet, which is an option. But I like to make them larger so that I can put stuff in them or on them, which is what we're going to do in the next step after they're cooked. And then you put them in the oven on 375, and if you were cooking them flat, you would put them in for 10 minutes. So I think I'm going to put these in for at least 15, check them, and then go back to them, and I'll let you know exactly how long it takes to cook these specific ones because I haven't used these specific pans before. Okay, so these are freshly out of the oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an indentation with my spoon, and I'll actually show you an up close of that too. But just make an indentation. And this has to be while they're still hot. You want them warm so that they're not crumbly when you make your indentation with your spoon. And then I'm going to take icing. This is just chocolate icing. Store-bought, you can make your own. But I'm going to scoop a little out into the middle and kind of mush it down. Ooh, Phoenix, you need to get down. This is hot. It's hot. And then once all of your warm cookies are filled with icing and the icing is starting to melt in the cookie, you're going to pick out, or you may want to have already done this, pick out all the orange M&Ms if you're doing a Bengals theme like I am, and put the orange M&Ms on top of the icing. I'm using the mini M&Ms just because they are cheaper. Have you seen the prices of chocolate? Hershey Kisses were $7. No thank you. So you load your orange cookies up with dark icing that looks black, and then you put some orange on top so it's orange and black Bengal cookies. And then once you have all the M&Ms on top, you're going to stick it back in your warm oven. You're not really going to cut your oven back on, but while the oven's still warm, you want to stick it in there so that the icing will melt on top as well as on the bottom where the cookie is. The chocolate on top has melted, so now you just use a fork to go around the outside of the muffin shape, and then it should just pop right out. This is going to be gooey because I didn't let it cool. But if you're good with gooey, I'm good with gooey, and I'm good with gooey. So there we go. See, it is kind of running out because I did not let this cool, but if you let it cool, it will solidify, and it will be so delicious once it solidifies. But this is my Bengal Blossom. This is one of my favorite desserts that I make. It was also my grandfather's favorite dessert that we would make. So let me give it a try and see if I made it correctly because it's been a while. Yummy. Very sugary, just like I like it. So let me know if you try this. If you do, tag me in it. I'd love to know if you use different colors or if you go with the Bengal color scheme. Of course, I went with the Bengal color scheme because it's the Birthmas and we're celebrating all things Andy. So happy Birthmas, and back to me to finish off this video. So for the comments down below, I want you to tell me what your favorite Andy magazine cover has been. Mine was this cover from March 2019 where Andy was promoting the Ghost of Ohio, and you can tell because of the two colored eyes, but he was in the green water, and this is my absolute favorite Andy magazine cover ever. So for the comments down below, tell me which one is your favorite, and if you don't talk to me about that, just talk to me about something, because I love for you to talk to me down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come around again soon. Say bye. Bye!